Too much
Welcome to
media.
Too Much Media.
Tune
Welcome to
in
Too Much
To
Media.
Too
Have
Much
fun.
Media.
too much media.
I was about to eat sugar after I finished this walk and I ran into this man's video. And I'm creating this video right now to post because I'm about to do like a spam posting, like a bunch of videos at the same time. So I feel as though this will help me hold accountable because I genuinely do feel like I've been battling a sugar addiction recently. Well, not recently. I think that I was raised into a sugar addiction, like I feel like I was born into a sugar addiction because of the way our culture treats sugar and its normal of it. But like obviously I don't have a sugar addiction to the point where I will do something crazy like drink soda, but like I do have a sugar addiction where it's like I've been eating Snickers bars a lot lately for some reason. When I was a kid, I never even liked Snickers. I was a Twix girl, but now I like Twix. I mean, now I like Snickers. Where did this come from? And I feel like my sugar craving, my sugar addiction has gotten to the point where I'm liking sugar types of sugars I ain't never liked before. What happened to you? I mean, I do feel like that my liking for Snickers also comes from like a more advanced, adultified palate where I'm able to understand the nuance of mixing nuts with chocolate, with nougat, with this and that. When you're a kid, you just like it simple. Give me the caramel, give me the chocolate, just give me the good stuff, man. Give me the crack. Don't mix in none of that other stuff. I would eat Snickers from time to time as a kid, but like not really. For real, I like the real caramel and chocolate. Like those are my main two. Don't add too much other stuff to it. But like, yeah, I feel like I am kind of battling a sugar addiction and like it's becoming to the point where it's like I want to stop. I want to do better. At least I want to decrease. Like, I actually do want to get to a place where I don't ever eat sugar at all and I just have like very simple foods and stuff because I do feel like that will be able to extend my life. Like, if you see that man in the video, he's glowing. He looks like he's shining, I want to get to that level of shine and I do feel as though I am seeing the effects in my skin from eating sugar. And especially now that the weather is starting to change and stuff, it's especially important for me to be careful not to eat too much sugar and stuff like that. I ain't gonna lie to you, I do feel like I'm gonna still have some sugar when I get home. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me, guys, but I do want to keep track and like start talking about my own struggles of what I'm going through as far as my health and my nutrition as I talk to you guys about like fat and fit mentality and like just why don't we get into I'm gonna make another one, healthy mentality, because I do feel a part of healthy mentality is like is also being able to admit your faults, to admit where where your struggles are based at and where you have room to improve, because it's like I might do something good today, such as make sure I get some steps in, go on a walk or something like that. Even jump rope for some exercise, go on a run, things of that nature. Like I can do all the fitness stuff. You tell me to get up and go do some shit, I'll go do it, But then I'm like struggling on the other hand of like saying no to sweets, like being able to just chill, stop it, relax, or like having it around and not needing to eat it every single day. It's like, why can't you have it some days and not the others? It's like, does this have to be an everyday thing? Like, chill. And I feel like this is a struggle I'm having that I want to get past, this sugar addiction where I don't need to have sugar. I do feel like it is also environmental because if like I lived by myself, I don't think I would buy sugar. I think it would be easier for me to never have it unless I'm around other people. But it's like, is that good to be able to like only avoid it when you like erase it? No, I don't believe so. I don't think that's healthy mentality. I think that being able to control yourself regardless of it being in the room is also a part of it, which is also why I'm trying to wean my way off of it too, of like slowly. Like I'm to the point now where like I'm older, so I know, for example, I would never drink soda, or like I won't eat like certain things. Is just like, you know that saying, when you was a kid, nothing was too sweet, but certain things I can now have and be like, that's too sweet, like that's too much sugar. I do feel like maybe like a 30-day detox is maybe what I should try to do, or something like that, where it's like I spend 30 days with no sugar, and then like try to slowly reincorporate it in a very like, demure way. I'm gonna maybe try that out. I don't know. But I am trying to get to that place where it's like chill out on the food, like just relax. I don't know. I mean, not the food. I gotta eat, but chill out on the sugar, because it's really, really not good. It's really not good. And it's the fact that it's a drug. Like sugar is actually a drug, but it's like we won't talk about that. But if you're like addicted to other drugs like alcohol, weed, crack, cocaine, heroin, meth, like we'll all admit that those are addictions and those are problems and stuff, but we won't recognize that. Okay, but you eat ice cream every day. Like, I got an ice cream problem. Ice cream, I feel like of sweets, my biggest vices are probably ice cream and candy. These days, chocolates. Like I see, that's where I like my sugar addiction is like not so extreme. Where, for example, like sweets, where it's like Starburst, like those like artificial, like completely artificial candies, I won't eat those. Like I don't eat like Skittles, Starburst. Like if it's a colorful type of sweet, I'm not eating it for the most part. I don't have no interest in it. Like gummies, all those type of stuff. I've even got to the point, I used to have a real addiction for fruit snacks, but then I discovered those yogurt covered fruit snacks, like where they're a little bit more on the real side. Like I'll eat those, like the probiotic ones from Costco. I discovered those, and now at the most I'll eat that, but I don't really eat fruit snacks even. Like I won't eat none of that, but like, so if it's like a colorful type of sugar, I don't eat that. But like, candy where it's like chocolate, where it's like a Snicker, the turtles. Remember Rochelle used to eat the turtles? I feel like Rochelle, I get nostalgia eating turtles. I'm like, ooh, my turtles, I need my turtles. Oh Lord, yeah, so I've been eating my turtles, my Snickers. What's else another candy that I have a problem with? And then like, ice cream, yeah, like I said, ice cream. But it'll just be anything, honestly. Like even just eating like, adding jam to bread. Like, why do we eat jam? Like, or even like, Nutella. Oh my God, I've been having this Nutella kick lately. There was Nutella at the house recently. Oh my God, I ate like 3 jars of Nutella, bro. Like, I've been eating so much Nutella. I will add that stuff to anything. It's like I don't even want bread, but I want the Nutella, so I need a mechanism to get the Nutella in. I feel like my addiction to sugar is telling too, with the whole thing where I always I was discussing this in a video recently of like how I noticed that my addiction to fries is because of an addiction to the sauce. It's more that I want to eat ketchup, or I want to eat honey mustard, barbecue sauce, mayo with the ketchup, everything. Like I want those things, so the fries are just the tastiest mechanism to get the sauces in. So once I noticed that a lot of the times that my craving for fries more has to do with the sauce than it has to do with the fries itself, it helped me wean my way off of fries, because there was a point where I was eating small fries from Five Guys like every single day, but I did it in a very like demure way. Like I would just only get the small fries, and also like with nothing else. Like it's not like I'm getting a burger too. Who can afford that in this economy? Oh Lord. But even getting a small fry every day is expensive. Like if you like really pay attention to eating a small fry every day, that's expensive. But also it's like I wasn't really eating much those days either. It's not like I was like having full big meals and then going to eat a small fry. It was like the small fry would be like the base of my meal every day for like what I would eat for the day. And then maybe at most I might have like, something small as well to eat that day. But like for the most part, like I would know that, hey, you want to have fries from Five Guys today, so that's going to be like kind of the majority of your calorie intake for the day or whatever, you know? So I wasn't like I was like eating small fry every day and being excessive about my eating, but it was also still like eating fries every day is not that good. Like I don't want to eat oil all the time. And you know, they be dipping them fries in that oil all day and stuff like that. Like that's not good for you too. Like that clogs the arteries and stuff like that. So it was something I was trying to wean my way off of. So recognizing that the reason that I like the fries so much was because of a sauce obsession helped me understand that, helped me wean my way off of it, because now that I could conceptualize in my brain, every time I would be like, ooh, I want fries, be like, no, girl, you just want sauce. It's not really about the fries. You don't like fries that much. It made me like be able to be like, okay, yeah, then I'll just leave it. It's not that deep. Like, okay, you like sauce, but like, whatever, you know? And but another way I weaned myself off of the fries from Five Guys every day is after that I started being like, okay, but just make the fries at home in the air fryer, and then you can still have the sauce still, but it's just at home air fryer fries instead of Five Guys dipped in oil fries. And then once I started eating fries at home and having the sauce that I wanted and stuff like that, I would like then just eat it. Then that stopped me from eating it every single day like I was before. And then once I stopped eating it every single day, I slowly started getting into other foods and not being so fixated on fries all the time. So that's how I'd wean my way off of that. So I'm just like with the sugar too, I want like the Nutella, I was eating the Nutella every single day too. I was like, I started to notice that it wasn't even about the bread or the cracker or whatever the heck I was eating the Nutella with. It was just like, I just need something to get the Nutella to get the Nutella through, okay? So now it's like recognizing that, okay, I'm having a sugar problem, not a like a excessive like eating problem. It's like it's a problem where every time I see sugar, I need it. But it's like, okay, now I'm recognizing this is more about the Nutella than it is about whatever I'm using the Nutella to get to me. But then I'm going through all this Nutella so quickly, like this is the issue. So it's like, okay, what can I do to stop? And you know what I did to stop? I ate all of the Nutella. There's no Nutella left. There's no Nutella left. But now it's like a thing where now it's like, okay, I'm still having a problem with sugar. You know what? Honestly though, as I'm talking about this out loud and I'm really admitting to myself that I ate all that Nutella and that I'm having a problem with sugar, and why do I keep buying Snicker bars? And it'd be like chocolate or ice cream or this, because every once in a while I'll stop eating sugar. Like it's actually not that hard. Like I have a fairly good enough grasp where I can just be like, okay, you know what? Stop it. It's enough. With certain stuff, I can do that to an extent. I'm not trying to praise myself, but it'll be like a thing where it's like after I stop, every once in a while, I'll just go to the store and like get ice cream and like eat like a lot of ice cream. You know, like it would just be every once in a while, I'll just eat ice cream, but it would be like a one-off where it's like I'll grab a bar, like I'll buy the box of ice cream, I'll grab a bar and I'll throw the rest of the box away, or I'll like stand outside the grocery store or wherever I am. I've done this before, or wherever I am, and I'll start handing out ice cream, like, you want ice cream? Just to ensure, because ice cream melts. I can't take it home. So I'll start giving out ice cream to people. And then I'll have my one ice cream and then I'll leave and then I'll let it go, you know. But I just won't buy it and keep it at the house, because then I might. But then sometimes too, I'll buy stuff like that all the time and I'll bring it at the house and I'll eat one and then I will literally never look at it again. There's so much stuff like that at the house where it's like I bought it because I was having a problem at the time, and then I will like literally like eat one or something and then I'll leave it. So it's a thing where it's like I'm so double-minded, where sometimes it's like a thing where I know I do have self-control. That's why I can buy these things. I can eat some and then leave it and not care. But then every once in a while, I still feel like it's too much. It's more than I would like. I would still like to be. I think it's also comparison. Comparison is a thief. This man that I just saw on my For You page is like, I'm comparing myself to his ability to be what seems to be, based off what his body's looking like he's on that 0% shit. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? But it's like, a thing where like I do want to get to the point where I am even at a lesser point than I am now. So even though I am doing good, like fairly good, it's just like we can take it, we can up our notch. We can, you know what I'm trying to say? We can get to the point where that any type of process, like I want to get to the Nara Smith's point where it's like I can have a Snickers, but I gotta go get the cacao bean itself. I gotta go mix it myself, make my own Snicker for scratch. That's something I do kind of do sometimes. I will make like those little candies with the dates where you smush the date and then you add peanut butter and then chocolate and stuff like that, and then you freeze it and then you have a little snack. That sometimes like defeats my sugar craving enough where it's like I won't be eating it. But why is it always I have to find some sort of solution for sugar? Why can't I just eat an orange or eat a pear or an apple and call it a day? And sometimes I can do that though too. The thing is I have the ability to, but then I get in these phases where it's like I'm really, really stuck on stuff. Sometimes I have phases like, and I feel like currently I'm in a bit of a phase that I'm trying to kind of leave for a little moment, especially when winter comes. One thing about me is I'm really strict during winter with my food. Like I really don't like to eat bad during winter because I have a tendency for dry skin. And because I have that tendency for dry skin, winter dries my skin even more than it naturally is dry. So I noticed that my ability to like have breakouts or like just have skin flare-ups in any type of way is heightened during winter. So it's not good for me to eat stuff that can also break out my skin that is food-based. So I'm really conscious of being careful not to eat certain foods during winter in order to ensure that I don't mess up, you know? That I don't like, that my skin doesn't get even worse from already dry skin because of the cold weather. Then I also add on sugary foods, oily foods, whatever. Like I try to be quite extra healthy in the winter just so my skin's okay. Just so my skin can make it through, you know? Sometimes it's not even about physique. Sometimes it's not even about, you know, all this other stuff. Sometimes it's like about like pain. Like it's actually painful to have dry skin. Like when it starts getting like really dry and stuff, like it hurts, you know? So it's like if the bare minimum thing I can do is like have a good diet, a proper diet that I know what foods to avoid in order to make my life a little bit easier, that's something I definitely am, you know, conscious about during the winter. And I can see that the weather is starting to get colder, so I need to be careful. I need to watch out, you know. But actually, I'm so happy I made this video and I sat here and I talked about my sugar problem because it actually has made me feel so much better. And I do actually feel as though when I get home, I'm not going to eat sugar like I was going to. Like, because I was really about to go home and just find any way to get a piece of some sort of chocolatey something in my mouth. And I feel as though talking through it has really helped me right now. And I actually don't even feel that undying urge as much anymore. I might start making this a trend of like when I feel myself kind of veering off the path of like making a video about it to help myself calm down, because it's like I feel my nervous system feels regulated. That is like I don't feel as crazy for wanting to do it. I feel normal for like admitting that this is me. This is me. This is me. This is I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, gonna find a way to hide my. Now I know I am.
Too much
Welcome to
media.
Too Much
Tune
Media.
Welcome to
in
Too Much
To
Media.
Too
Have
Much
fun.
Media.
too much media.